The clock is ticking on Capitol Hill for lawmakers to reach a deal on a massive government funding package. Congress has until midnight Friday to reach a deal that would avoid a shutdown. But this morning, Democrats and Republicans are still billions of dollars apart on an agreement to keep the government running. For more, we are joined by NBC News Capitol Hill correspondent Julie Tskirn. Julie, good to see you. What is the latest on where negotiations stand, and what are the sticking points for both sides?
Yeah, Lindsay and Blaine, good morning to you. Look, not just billions, $26 billion apart, and that's where they have been for over a week now. I'm told that's where they continue to be, even after making some progress this weekend. A Senate Democratic aide telling me overnight that negotiators were actually able to inch a little bit closer, just enough to prevent Democratic appropriators in the House and the Senate from actually releasing their own omnibus funding plan and stopgap funding measure as well. Those plans they had at the end of last week to put pressure on their Republican counterparts as they hit stalemates in negotiating this funding bill. Now, this isn't anything new necessarily. In the 3.5 years I've covered Congress, I've seen this time and time again. When you go down to the wire, politics comes to play, and both sides try to get what they can, especially in these last couple of weeks after a midterm election before a new Congress in which Republicans are set to take control of the House. So a lot at play here. We're hoping in the next couple of days that lawmakers are able to figure it out. But one thing is clear, they won't have time to finish writing a full omnibus bill, even if they have an agreement. So even just a short-term continuing resolution to keep them going while they hammer out those final details will be necessary.
Our colleagues at NBC News saying this is essentially the last train to leave the station in this current Congress. Julie, remind us what's at stake here. Are we talking, if the government is forced to shut down, are we talking about public lands closed, federal employees on hiatus? What does this mean?
Yeah, well, the number one thing here is, first of all, this would be a partial government shutdown, which means that everything that's non-discretionary spending essentially would run out of money. And so that means number one thing for people watching is federal employees, non-essential federal employees would be furloughed, would need back pay then when the government does turn its lights back on. Of course, that always causes a headache, no matter how big or small the shutdown is. And it could affect things from air travel to national parks, especially during a time in the holidays when everybody is trying to travel and get back home to their loved ones. This could be a pain for the government, no matter how many days or weeks this shutdown would last. But there's currently no appetite on either side for that.
It's not just Democrats versus Republicans, Julie, in all of this. There's also a divide within the Republican Party. What can you tell us?
Look, after a less than stellar performance during the midterm elections, House Republicans with a very slim majority next Congress are under a lot of pressure. And their leader, Kevin McCarthy, who is in the political fight for his life, essentially for the speakership gavel, is certainly remembering that in the back of his head. And so for him to please his members, for McConnell to please about 10 or so Republicans in the Senate who are urging them to leave this government funding bill up to the next Congress so Republicans can have more of an input, especially when it comes to deficit spending. Republicans, of course, slamming Democrats for spending billions of dollars in the Inflation Reduction Act and other partisan bills that were passed this year. This is all coming down to politics. So we'll see if Leader McConnell, Leader Kevin McCarthy can withstand that political pressure.
You've mentioned politics. The fate of the bill is also linked to an election overhaul measure that's meant to avoid another January 6th. So what's the latest on that front? And is there any talk of separating that measure, trying to pass it separately?
Lindsay, bottom line, there's just no floor time left this Congress for them to be able to pass this bill, the Election Reform Count Act, and other bills that they're trying to include and jam into these bigger packages. When I talked to Senator Susan Collins last week, who's one of the top Republicans on this piece of legislation, she told me the conversations now is that they're very hopeful that this bill will be included in the omnibus funding bill. But again, will there even be an omnibus funding bill is the number one question. And certainly a bill like this to prevent another insurrection, another January 6th from happening again. This is really the last shot that they have to do this because, of course, with Republicans controlling the House, it's not likely it'll pass in that chamber next Congress. And so we're really coming down to the wire, of course, as the January 6th Select Committee in the House is working on their parallel investigation of everything that happened that day.
All right, Julie, I'm sure we'll be talking to you and your Capitol Hill team a lot this week. Thanks so much.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.